Hello everybody. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about stuff. Bit of a different video, but I think this needs to be said. I'm seeing a lot of disinformation, misinformation online, and it's a little annoying. So I thought I'd make a video to kind of hopefully clear things up. I know a lot of people are going to roll their eyes. I know a lot of people are going to choose not to understand because that's the world that we live in. You can be presented with information, hear the logic behind it, and still not really understand or maybe even not care. For those of you who do not know, I love art. I buy art. That's not the important part though. The part is that when you buy art, there's something that usually comes with it, and it is called provenance. What provenance is actually it shows that the piece of art is real. So if you buy a larger piece, a larger print, or something that's maybe 30, 40, 50 years old, a lot of times you will ask, you go, oh, wow, this is beautiful. This is amazing. Do you have some form of provenance? Can you show me where this came from, who it was created by? Do you have a letter of authenticity that shows that this is actually real? Especially if it's a print, you can just print another one. You can falsely age the paper. And this is why, for those of you who have paid attention, there are like certain companies you can even send your prints to, like from the different artists, and say like, hey, can you tell me if this is actually real? Banksy is one of these companies who also does the exact similar thing. Provenance is very important in showing that something is real, who it was owned by, and that when you sell it on, that the other person also receives that provenance as well. Very important. You cannot buy a large piece of art, a Picasso, a Basquiat, anything along those lines, or anything else, without showing me that it's actually real, and when I sell it, to show them that it's also real. What people don't understand, this is why it's a bit of a different video. What people don't understand about NFTs and the NFT markets is that a lot of people just assume that NFTs are photos of aliens or monsters or things. It's simply a piece of art. The reason why people don't understand is because the word NFT kind of got wrapped up in the mania that we saw a couple of years ago. NFTs are just a digital form of provenance, showing that you own something. And the only people who actually know this are people who are in the NFT space and have also studied it. This is why I kept on saying, and I always say, make sure to do your own research. If you buy a home, a house, a car, a pet, I don't know, whatever you want to buy, some diamonds, some gold, some jewelry, you are usually, especially if it is of like higher value, you're presented with a form of documentation that says this is real, this is yours. You sign it, you get a copy of it. Should you lose that paperwork, it's sometimes a bit difficult to actually get another copy back to say that this is actually yours, especially if it comes to housing. You have to go through all the proper channels to be able to contact other people, to be able to get the things that say once again that this is actually your home, your car, your house, your dog, your diamonds. The purpose of an NFT is a digital digital certificate that basically says that this is yours. It is literally something that is non-fungible, that is discernible from something else. I can tell the difference from this to this quite easily. I know one is the thumb and one is the, my pointer, but it's basically the exact same thing. And you're able to show that I have lost my paperwork that says that this is my house. However, written on Ethereum in 2021 at 4 o'clock, here's my digital certificate, here's my NFT, my form of provenance for my art, for things like that. I hope I'm explaining it properly. I made this because I saw recently there was a YouTuber who I follow. He plays video games and he decided to play a digital video game, and it was actually like an NFT based game. So within the game, if you've ever played Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering, you know what I'm talking about. You can collect the cards. In real life, you can battle with your friends. You have the cards in your hand. For those of you who don't know, a lot of these card games have become digital. So in this digital world, in the digital NFT cryptocurrency Web3 world, there are a lot of these games that are sprouting up, and they want you to still be able to own the cards. A lot of other card games simply have like, there's a thing on the screen, sure, it's yours. But in these new games, you are actually able to still own the cards. And the way that they do so is they issue a form of provenance, a certificate that it is yours in the form of an NFT. Think of the word NFT as the word provenance. And simply, I was looking through the comment section and I knew what was going to be there. It was littered with people who did not understand NFTs, who don't understand blockchain. I saw a lot of people calling it a scam. They were saying, I don't understand this whole NFT thing. Why are you making a video like this? And I thought about, it wasn't even my job. I thought about commenting back to try and give them an understanding as to what an NFT actually is. And they didn't care. They would not have cared if I had simply written something to actually let them know. A lot of people in crypto, I think, have become more comfortable with the term NFTs, and I kind of wish that they had a completely different set of letters by themselves. And this is why you're seeing with things on VV and other platforms, they now say like digital collectible, because you actually own the collectible. The NFT is behind the scenes on the chain that says that this is yours. It belongs to no one else. It was issued to you, and you can even see who actually owned it before you. I don't really have much more to say other than that's kind of it. I think I needed to make this video, and I think the issue ends up being is that a lot of my videos don't get as many views as other channels that tell you to buy crappy coins, that make you feel bad for not being a billionaire, and all these other nonsensical things. I'm so tired of seeing people making videos talking about like the housing crash, the end of the world, and this is going to happen, and why don't you have $9 million and blah, 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 blah. So I think this won't go that far. But for those of you who will listen, I will tell you in the future, you will all own an NFT. In your mind, you assume it means you're going to own a photo of an ape. You are going to, in the future, when you buy a home, the issuance of the actual certificate is going to be on a blockchain, and it is going to be non-fungible. It'll be a token that is discernible from every other token on the internet that will make sure that you know that it's yours. In the future, you are going to buy property, you are going to buy land, you are going to buy, if you decide to get into pieces of art, other forms of collectibles, other things that you really want, and they're going to be issued in a digital way. How do I know this? Because this is the way that the world is going. If you've been paying attention to the information and the news that we've been getting from a lot of larger companies, they like the idea of blockchain because everything is traceable on it. Should you lose the paperwork, you can easily call, go online and say, hey, I need information about the thing that I own, and it'll pop up instantaneously. It'll show you on what date and on what time your NFT, your provenance that you actually own the item, was actually created. I hope I explain that in the nicest way possible. You are all the same way that you all have smartphones, that you're all using computers. A lot of securities right now are being digitized. That is to say that things that go on stock exchanges or things that are ruled by and controlled by and looked over by the US SEC, the digitization of everything is already coming, and it is going to be of everything of value, and there's going to be an NFT attached to it. So yeah, just thought I'd throw that out there. Send this to a friend. If you have someone who truly does not understand it, it is literally a digital certificate that says that you own something. So I would love if in the future people stopped hating NFTs because of some negative connotation that they got from it a couple of years ago. Because you're all going to own one very soon in the future in some sort of way as you continue buying stuff. For those of you who don't know as well, a lot of sneaker companies have also begun to issue NFTs, and not like oh, there's a shoe, like a digital shoe, like some of them are doing. Like within the actual box itself, I was going to show you my foot for some reason. You can't. The point is, inside of some of the shoes, they actually have like a little QR code inside of it, and you can scan it to go online to see that the shoe is actually authentic. That is also an NFT. It corresponds to that exact shoe. So you can see that the shoe that you bought is actually authentic from that one company. You then would own an NFT. Right. I do hope that you have all enjoyed. I do hope you all are having a great day, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope it is absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, liking, commenting, and or supporting, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.